ECSI fans, you want to revolutionize your sports investing habits? Allow me to tell you about WagerWire. WagerWire is an app that helps you become a superior bettor by allowing you to sync all your sports books and track all your bets in one place. See your current action, your betting history, and stats. You could also sign up for sports books and collect bonus offers. Follow them at WagerWire on X, as it's the best account on the platform. Head to App Store or Play Store now and search WagerWire and download the app.
What is going on, you guys? Welcome back to Dynamics on the Hardwood. We have NBA Finals Game 4 live stream reaction. Yes, you don't see my counterpart here with me, CJ. He's having some technical difficulties on his end, but he will be with us very, very shortly. Please post stuff down in the comments section. If you guys have any questions on anything, about the NBA and what we think is going to happen in the offseason. As you guys see, a lot of speculative news there with Kevin Durant and Giannis. But we move on to the opening tip here. My three plays for tonight are Aaron Nesmith over half an assist. I have TJ McConnell over 3.5 assists. And then my third play is J Dub under 33.5 PRA. Now, looking at Aaron Nesmith, we need one assist from Aaron Nesmith to cash this ticket. I thought this line was on the low side, but you look at the numbers, he's only he hasn't covered this game, hasn't covered this line very well in these playoffs. But when he plays at least 24 minutes, he's covered this line in 9 of 15 games. That's 60%. And overall on the season, he's covered in 69% of games. Positive regression is due for this guy, as he's missed in back-to-back games against the Thunder here. Looking at TJ McConnell was the reason why I picked that one is he's gone over in all 3 games in this series so far. He has 4 assists, 6 assists, 5 assists, and he's averaging about 8.3 potential assists per game. McConnell also has exceeded this line in 11 of 19 playoff games, 58%. When McConnell has at least 7 potential assists, he's covered this line in 9 of 10 games in the playoffs, averaging 5 assists a game. And I went back to the well with J-Dub under his PRA because literally it took everything to go right for him in game 3 for him to go over this line. And he barely went over this line. His line was 32.5 PRA. And I think he finished with, I think it was like 35 or something like that. But with that being said, I went back to the well here. He's under this line in 12 of 19 games here in the playoffs, 63%, averaging 31 PRA. So we got two PRA under what he's been, 2 PRA over what he's been averaging for this line. And, he's really struggled with consistency in this series, and we've seen that throughout these playoffs, and won't be surprised if he has some struggles again tonight, but we'll see what happens. You got to give credit to the Indiana Pacers here. They have been fantastic in this series, and as we, hopefully you guys are watching the game with me. We tried to do a test run on Wednesday night, and it was glitchy, it was spotty, and then the other side of it too is we don't want to get hit with copyright stuff. So unfortunately, you're just going to be looking at me. Hopefully you guys are watching the game as you're listening to me talk and stuff like that. But Indiana's up 11-7 here in the early going. J-Dub's at the line as we speak. Fast-paced start here with only 3 minutes gone here just under 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. I'm actually kind of surprised to see that because I think the over under tonight was 227, 226, 227 and a half. The under had hit in the last couple of games. And to see this game off to a fast start is a good sign for the people tailing the over. But long way to go. We'll see what happens here. OKC's going with the double big lineup here. As it looks like I'm seeing Hartenstein and Chet Holmgren, the double big lineup. I think um, Coach Dayton's getting out of his comfort zone here, to be personally honest. Some people, including myself, are still scratching the head at, Casey Wallace being the starter. Yes, granted, Casey Wallace, as I've said in past live streams and episodes, he's started I think he started 43 games for the Oklahoma City Thunder. But the reasoning why behind that is Chet Holmgren was out for a good portion of the season. So that's also the other reasoning why. And there's a lot of trust from Dayton to Casey Wallace in the starting lineup. But I think they forced his hand here with the double big lineup. And it does not look, Chet Holmgren just went down and he's holding his ankle. That is not what you want to see if as someone who was tailing oh yeah, oh man, he rolled that bad. As someone who was tailing the Thunder, I know people had if I remember correctly, people had the Thunder -5.5, -6. I mean, we got a long way to go in this game, but to see Chet Holmgren go down early like that is not a good sign for starters, number one. But we will see how this all plays out. Oh no, he's at the free throw line, so he's shooting a couple free throws here. Um, so, and with that being said, you guys can. I hope some of you guys tailed the Aaron Nesmith over half an assist. That is already cashed, by the way. Like I said, I thought that line was absolutely criminal, and he's already got one. He's already got an assist early here in the ball game. So I hope you guys tailed that. That is already cashed here in the early going. As we're looking, J-Dub coming around the screen here. Nope, misses it. Nesmith with the rebound. And I do apologize if I am a few minutes, like, I know with, right now I'm streaming it through I'm like watching the game from my iPad here. Some of you guys might be a few seconds ahead of me as we speak here. So just keeping an eye on, so bear with me if I'm behind you guys a little bit here. J-Dub going back to the line again as we speak. I gotta put this on full screen on my iPad here so I can get a full view of this here. Nesmith. And I tell you, there's been a lot of foul. People keep commenting on the foul baiting and all that stuff, and how the Thunder are foul merchants. And I got news for you guys. People call Shai Gilgeous-Alexander the foul merchant. I'm going to be honest with you. He's averaging under 10 free throws per game, which is kind of absolutely absurd to have that. To say that he's a foul merchant. Now, don't get me wrong. I mean, we see it a lot in today's NBA. People are flopping and forcing the refs to make a call, and I don't like that. I don't like that kind of basketball. I think a lot of people don't like that kind of basketball. But it looks like CJ's on the verge of joining us here. Let me switch over, and
we are here, brother. We
there he is.
We
CJ
made it
in the house. Yeah. What is your game screen showing? I'm at 7:14 right now. Are you around the same time period I am, or are you a little ahead?
I'm probably definitely a little ahead, brother.
Okay. Yeah.
I
Yeah. It was
think I
just
just I think I just saw Indiana score 20.
yeah. Nimhard 3. Yep. Yep.
No, Miles Turner.
My,
Turner Turner um little offensive rebound laying.
oh. Okay. Okay. So I'm actually ahead of you. I'm at 701 right now.
Okay.
Yo. So
Just went to
um
commercial. Did it just go to commercial for you?
I have a replay of the putback. Yeah. Now it's starting to go to commercial. It's
All
starting to
right.
scroll
So
to
I'm
just
ahead of you.
Indiana.
I'm ahead of you.
Okay, all right, by a little bit. Okay. By the way, Aaron Neesmith over half an assist already cashed, my friend. It's
Yep.
already cashed.
Yep. It's already there.
Yeah, yeah, he cashed that in the first couple of possessions there. I thought that I saw that. I wanted to get that play out last night, and I was like, dude, this line is criminal. And it's like this guy had 30 passes in game 3. He passed the ball 30 times. And I'm like, what? We need one assist out of those 30 passes. Like, and we got it early here. So that one is by far sweat free. Man, I almost should have laddered that now that I'm looking at it, getting the first assist that early.
Yeah, so the other thing that I wanted to mention, I know I'm a little bit late. We probably should have mentioned this at first, but from now on for Dynamics on the Hardwood, this is how it's gonna be. It's gonna be reaction to live games. We're gonna be doing reactions towards the games live, whether it be a Celtics game, whether it be the NBA Finals game, whatever game it is. And then after that, we're also going to have our own little Patreon for you for all the NBA historians and the NBA history fans. That's going to include that, and it's also going to possibly include a little stocks program as well. We're trying to get into the stocks podcasting world as well, so that might be another route that we take for the what I just blanked on the name. Patreon. The
Yeah, for the
Patreon.
Patreon.
So that will be coming shortly. We're trying to get that set up by next week or 2 weeks from now. We're trying to make it as best as we possibly can for you guys, and we're going to be going that route for all the fun stuff. You know, what I mean, all the live stuff is fun, but all the fun history stuff and everything like that, you're gonna be seeing on the Patreon.
Yeah, so um I've already told what my 3 plays were. As you know, like we just said, one just cashed. But looking at the preliminaries here in the early going, um I was just saying before you showed up, they went with the two big lineup, Hartenstein and Chet Holmgren. Dayton all is trying to, now he's got to go out of his comfort zone. But honestly, I would have we should have seen the double big lineup early we should have seen that in game 1, and then he
Mm-hmm.
made that decision late to Case and Wallace. And nothing against Case and Wallace. We have nothing against Case and Wallace on this show. It just didn't make sense. And I think a lot of people are still somewhat confused by that decision. Um, yeah, Chet Holmgren tweaked his ankle there real good early.
Yeah, I just saw that.
Yeah,
Nice
so
little a nice little bucket from my guy Alex Caruso though. My guy Alex Caruso. He's kind of
yeah.
showing up. He's still one of those. I can't believe he's still looked at as an underrated player in the NBA. That's
Yeah,
insane to me.
I'm still trying to figure that out. Like, I don't understand people, and like, some of these guys that no one's putting respect on, like we talk about Halliburton all the time. Like, Caruso's another one of those guys that, like, oh, he's just in there for defense. He can't score. Like, this guy has scored, like, outside of the last game where he only scored, I think it was his over under points was like 9.5, and he only scored 8. He scored 8 or more points against the Pacers in like 7 straight games. Like, this
Yeah.
guy can score the ball. Like, people, you know, I mean, he's most known for his one-on-one defense. And I mean, his hustle. just being a pest. That's the best way to put it for Caruso.
Get
Um,
this man Obi Toppin the ball continually.
oh,
This is the
dude, top.
second straight bucket from Obi Toppin. I had him in my plays. I didn't end up putting my plays out because we focused mainly on yours because mine are
Yeah,
iffy at most when it comes to basketball. But I did have Obi Toppin's points, and that's 2 straight buckets from Obi Toppin.
dude, man, this is insane to watch. Watching Obi Toppin do this. I did lean I wanted to play Toppin's points plus rebounds tonight. Um, and as you see, I went back to the well with J Dub under because
Yeah.
I just the inconsistency is screaming at me. It's just yeah, he's got 8 points and an assist right now, but it's he's the only one doing anything. Shea's only got 2, Dort's only got 2,
Oh,
Holmgren's
there's
only got
another
4.
bucket. There's another bucket from J Dub.
So, I I could
How many
care.
assists does Tyrese have right now?
Tyrese currently right now is at 3. And the
3 in the
line was
first
at eight
quarter.
and a half
Dude,
again.
I don't know why people are taking that under. I've been taking that over all series long because it's been the same thing all series.
Yeah.
Good
Yeah.
defense
So
by Miles Turner. That's what I like to see. Oh, looks like we lost Denzel real quick. That's fine. That's okay. He'll be back, I'm sure. But yeah, we got one heck of a game right now. 24-19. J Dub getting almost got the and one there. Almost pulled it off. But I really do think that this team is just way too inconsistent. There he is, Denzel. How you doing?
I literally don't know what just happened. It just blacked out. I don't know what happened there, but either way, we're back. I'm just man, can always rely on the technology to be working properly here, man. This is obnoxious, dude.
Game 3 bench scoring. Matherin with 27, McConnell with 10, Obi Toppin with 8, and Shepard with 4. It's not bad numbers. Not bad numbers from
No, I mean
from the bench.
as expected for this. Man, J Dub's the only one doing anything right now for the Thunder. He's
I know
single-handedly
that's gonna
like
hurt your props right there, brother.
yeah, but I'm willing to
Obi Toppin putting in work again.
I'm willing to die on. I'm willing to go down with the ship on it because it's just but it's you don't expect. I mean, J Dub should be the number 2 guy. He's been so inconsistent, and it's I'd rather. Oh man, I'd rather live and die off of playing the under, and who knows, he's playing real well here in the first quarter right now. He could go absolutely ice cold in the second half. We've seen that happen a few times.
Can I just say that with Oklahoma City's scoring right now, and in this series in general, and honestly even in this playoffs, dude, Lou Dort, he's been having some phenomenal series at the 3-point line. I don't know why people, we talked about how people are taking the under on Tyrese Halliburton. I don't know why people are still taking the under on Dort and his points. He's been showing up all playoffs,
Yeah, absolutely agree with you on that as well, because when I've been watching another guy, you put respect on his name, man, please. Dort's another one that continuously um is the defensive prowess like we've been seeing with Alex Caruso, but these guys can shoot, man. These guys are all professionals, and to kind of just throw some hate haterade at, whoever, because, they're not a good scorer, they're not a good, like, these guys are all professionals, man. And you're seeing that with Dort, you're seeing that with Caruso. um you know um the surprise for me has been Shea, only 2 points. um Only 2 points in the
That's
first quarter. And I know people love playing Shea Gilgeous-Alexander over his point prop in the first quarter,
nope,
which was 9.5.
nope.
And that's like,
I,
I mean,
I'm I'm telling you, as soon as I saw this series and what we were looking at in the guards, Nemhard is a dog on the defensive end, and he's been putting up great defensive stats on Shea this whole series since it's
mhm.
began. And honestly, it's the reason why that Indiana has gone up so far ahead in this series. I mean, they might be taking a 3-1 lead tonight. You know what I mean? And
Yeah,
they're already winning. They're already winning by what, 7 points right now?
yeah. I mean, the big thing, what was it? Because I seen it here earlier. It disappeared on me, but Ben Shepherd's another one that has really, like, when you have a star player, it's by committee. You're always trying to make sure that it's not just, it's, oh, this is the only guy that's going to defend him. No, it's been by committee. And, we're seeing, it's been a little bit of everybody. It's been Nimhard mostly. And we saw it in game 3 with Nimhard, Neesmith, Ben Shepherd against Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. They did not let him get going. Like, in
Not at
terms of,
all.
like, they had him, they were defending him 65, 70 feet from the basket. They were playing that three quarter full court press there, just to add a little pressure and speed up the Thunder. And for some reason, the Thunder do not like getting sped up. For some wild and wacky reason, the Thunder don't like getting sped up. And I mean, you give credit to the Pacers defense once again, like we talked about in the last live game reaction we had with the Pacers. Like look at this. Like, you're watching the replay there, and like Nimhard's not giving him a breathing space. Like,
I
he's
know. And
he's it's like,
the other thing that's been really surprising towards me is the way that Miles Turner is dealing with these two bigs. I mean, he's doing phenomenal against Chet and Hartenstein, and I wasn't expecting that. I thought that was going to be a key thing for Oklahoma City getting back into this game and into this series. But
mhm.
I mean, Miles Turner is really showing why he is one of the more reliable centers in the league. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And he's not, and we've talked about this. He's not the best in terms of rebounding at the center position, but it's his stretchability, it's his willingness and ableness to be able to defend out of the perimeter as well as defend the rim. And it's like, that's I absolutely agree with you on that. Like, I do believe that, like, Turner is definitely up there on the, the one of the better centers in this league because of what he can do and his versatility. And what
It
was
makes me
that?
think if the Celtics should have traded for Miles Turner when they had the chance.
I know, because a lot of, because the Celtics had Rob Williams, and Rob Williams reminded us deeply of like, the only thing Rob Williams didn't have was a jump shot. Miles Turner had the jump shot, plus he was able to defend the rim. And so, uh, I know that's one of those shoulda, coulda, wouldas for the Celtics. Trying, having the opportunity to go after Miles Turner, and I partially wish they actually went after him, because they would have been 10 times. I mean, who knows what the Celtics? Celtics definitely would have had a championship if they had Miles Turner in 22. Like, there's no doubt in my mind about that. Um,
Can we just talk
so
about the guys that are behind Rick Carlisle right now? So the guys with the bright blue and bright orange suit. You'll see him on the
what is
TV.
what is this?
You,
Like,
you see it? You see it? That's great. I
No,
love it.
those are
I love it.
like, what are those Thunder fans there wearing the blue and orange there? I
Nah.
almost jokingly said, "Oh man, man, Knicks fans are at this game. What is this?"
I mean,
Like,
maybe.
uh,
I don't know. They gotta do something.
Caitlin Clark in the building. Yeah,
Oh,
no,
here we
I'm
go.
I'm absolutely in.
I'm telling you, this pick and roll with Obi Toppin and Tyrese Halliburton is deadly. It
Oh
is
yeah,
so deadly.
and you have to be careful with Toppin too, because he can pick and pop as well as roll and put someone's head in the rim too. It's like, you
That's what I'm
know,
saying.
Wu Tang said it best: protect your neck. That's what Obi Toppin will do if you let him get to the rim, or if you let Halliburton just freelance is
Look at
probably the best.
they're just going at that pick and roll.
Oh yeah, it's been a nonstop.
Oh
It's
yeah,
been
good
nonstop.
defense, McConnell. Oh
Man,
oh
how did
oh.
I don't know how J Dub just got that rebound. There was like three guys around him. He got the offensive rebound and put it back in. Like, that's insanity to watch.
Yeah.
Bad pass.
Ugh. He should have lobbed that to Toppin. That should have been a lob. He took the
See,
wow. He
see,
took the
see,
more selfish
Siakam,
move.
Siakam was out of control on that play. Like 100% out of
Oh
control.
yeah.
Like, he's lucky they didn't call him for the charge, because like when you're that out of control, oh yeah, he's lucky they didn't call the charge there. Dort was like a half a step too slow. Like, that easy could have been a charge, man. Like, it almost looked like Carl Anthony Towns going to the rim, man. Like, dude, like talk about running people over.
Can we talk about how the NBA and NCAA kind of switched this year? How like the two of the bigger known teams got to the finals for March Madness, and two of the unexpected teams got in the finals in NBA.
Oh, dude, I know the NCAA tournament was wicked chalky
Oh
this
yeah,
year. The 4-1 seeds making it. What was it, second time ever we've seen 4-1 seeds make it to all 4-1
nice
seeds?
pass,
You
nice.
know,
Oh, you gotta make that shot, bro. That was really good ball movement by the Pacers.
but yeah, it was very chalky for the NCAA tournament. No one saw the 4-1 seeds making it all the way. Um, oh, McConnell. Oh, dude.
You saw
That
that?
passed by McConnell, dude, man. That was a needle throw.
That was some really good ball movement there. He needed to make that. Oh, okay. I wasn't familiar with your game, young fella. Okay. You'll see it. You'll see it.
Taysom Wallace, dude, like,
Nice little Euro by Alex Caruso.
ooh.
Yeah, you saw it.
Siakam, what are we doing, bro? Like, oh my. He's
Siakam
got
looking like
10.
Obi. Looking like Obi out there.
Now you see me, now you don't, Caruso.
Nice board.
I'll give OKC some credit here, because I mean, they got punched in the mouth early here, and it's only a 3-point game. It feels like they should be down way more than this. So from what I've seen in the first quarter, it looked like they should be down way more than this, because it's like, bro, like, how in the world is this team like
Because
another
the refs are not calling
Caruso? What a
fouls.
dog!
Yeah, but it's because the refs are not calling fouls. There was a clear foul there on that play. That should have been called
Oh,
on Tyrese.
here comes
Well,
Shea.
for Tyrese, I should say. But
Jeez,
yeah, man,
did he grab his arm there? What was that?
that's what I'm saying, bro. That's what I'm saying.
I
Refs are
don't
not
understand.
refs are not calling. They're letting them play today. I
This used
kind
to
of
happen
like
when I
I
played.
kind of like that though. I kind of like that though, because
Oh
that means
yeah,
we're not
I
going to
like the
see a million free
physicality.
throws. That means we're not going to see a million free throws from Shea Gilgeous-Alexander tonight, if
Right.
it plays that way.
I
See,
know.
that's
I
what you
mean,
got to do. That's what you got to do to beat this OKC team. If you make Shea Gilgeous-Alexander shoot instead
mhm.
of going to the line and shooting free shots, you win every single time. Every single time.
Yeah.
That's what Denver did to him all season. And Shea struggled on against Denver. And when I mean struggled, I mean obviously he still went out and scored 20 plus, but he was only scoring like 21 to 24 points instead of dropping 30 to 50, you know?
Oh yeah, yeah. We know what Shay's accustomed to, and when he gets wrong, I mean, you know, to think he's a, I mean, yeah, he's only got 2 points, 1 to 3 from the field. Um, Normally Shea is normally the one that plays all 12 minutes in the first quarter.
Dude,
Normally,
Siakam already has 4 steals.
yeah, dude. I just saw that. And I was like, bro, there's no way Siakam already has 4 steals here.
Oh my goodness, CJ McConnell with a nice Jordan fade in the corner. That's nice. Shea got to do something. This is what I was talking about in the earlier podcast. It's gonna come to whoever makes the least amount of mistakes.
Oh yeah, TJ.
Mm, they're trying to play something right now. They're trying to do something for Nemhard. It looks like. Nope. TJ taking it. Oh, he got the foul. He got the foul. I like it. I like it. TJ putting in work early in the first or late in the first quarter, I should say.
But the amount of what really impresses me about TJ is the amount of production you get from him. And this
Yeah.
guy is playing 17 minutes a game, 16, 17 minutes a game in this series. And the amount of production you get from him in 2 8 minute, 6 7 8 minute bursts is incredible. Like he just is pure energy. He comes in and you see it on both sides of the floor. It's like we saw those inbound steals, those like why is Oklahoma City Thunder throwing those passes off the inbound? You know what
Miles
I'm saying?
Turner with the big defensive stop right there. I like it. Not letting Hartenstein get in the game. That's what he's got to do, bro. Hartenstein is a killer for this team.
Oh yeah, to me, I think at some point in time in this series, in this game, Shea and Hartenstein are gonna have to go to that pick and roll
Hmm.
because that pick and roll was deadly for them in the earlier rounds of the playoffs, and they need to go back to that. And um,
End of
Indiana's
the
re-
first. End of the first.
yeah,
OKC down by 1.
oh man, it's a big offensive rebound by
Yeah.
Henrich Williams there. Yeah, that's dude. That's to think that this is a 1 point game, dude. At the end of one is um. I just felt like the Thunder were in quicksand that whole
Yeah.
first quarter. J Dub's the only reason why they're down one. Like I'm not gonna sit here and you
And
know
Caruso. Caruso's been putting up some plays
Yeah,
on the
I'll give
defensive end.
Caruso. Yeah, I'll give you Caruso. Caruso's got 7 in the first quarter as well. But
Yeah.
outside of those two guys, like everyone else is sleepwalking. And um, this Pacers team, man. I mean, everyone was talking about the Thunder and how they're gonna take the Pacers out of their game. And really, the Pacers defense has taken the Thunder out of their game. It's been the complete opposite of what we
But is
thought.
it though, or is it the coach?
I mean, it's partially the coach too. I'll give some of it to the coach too. I think
Because
Denzel
they
has
went
gotten
away from
inside
what
his own head.
yeah, they went away from what was working.
Oh yeah, I don't disagree with that. To get to game 4 and be on the verge of being down 3-1, I think is like they should have stuck with their game plan. They should have did the double big in game 1. I just because it was working. Like no one said it wasn't working. Now, granted, Hartenstein's minutes had gone down substantially throughout the Western Conference Finals in the last few games. His minutes gone way down, and I mean, I'm looking at his stats here. I mean, he's only got a rebound and an assist. Like, you know, they got to go to that pick and roll with Hartenstein. Hartenstein's known for that little push shot floater from about 10 feet. So
Oh,
like
my
he's
dog
known
is
for
saying
that.
hello. My dog is
Uh,
saying hello to everybody. They say hello,
definitely.
Coda. They say hello.
So, but yeah, man, the four steals by Siakam here early is, I mean, this guy could
Wouldn't it
have a
be
double
funny
double
if
with
I called
steals.
it? Wouldn't it be funny if I called it Pacers in 5?
Dude, that'd be wild if the Pacers win in 5. Like,
I would pull that back up and I would be like,
what did I tell you?
yeah, what did I tell you? What did I tell you?
Yeah, yeah, I mean, I can't knock you off of the call there. As like maddening as it is to hear you make that call against a Thunder team that you know, but the Thunder just are inside their own heads right now. You can clearly tell in this series they just haven't gotten it together at all. It's been a struggle to watch them in this series. In a sense, it feels like they've been, you know, the only game I've game 2 they didn't get outplayed, but at one point in time you're thinking to yourself like, Pacers kept that game close. Pacers kept that game close for a little bit, and then all of a sudden they poured it on late. And it's like you never know what these Pacers, man. Like they just, we talk
They're
about.
just aggressive. They're aggressive and gritty. This reminds me of like what the Celtics should be.
Ooh, is that Matherin? Yeah,
Yep,
Matherin 3.
Matherin.
My goodness.
Oh, oh, oh! You were about to see another 3, but it bounced out. But yeah, no, that's the thing with this Indiana Pacers team is this Indiana Pacers team just reminds me way too much about what the Celtics should have been this season. This is exactly the way that the Celtics should have been. Like McConnell's kind of like what Peyton Pritchard should have been. Then you
Ooh.
have Matherin and Nemhard that should have been like White and Holiday. You have like Tyrese and Siakam should have been, and I mean this from the defensive standpoint. Like
Mm-hmm.
that's how this team should have like. I see a lot of parallels between the Pacers and the Celtics.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that's why they were in the Eastern Conference Finals together. There were a lot of similarities between, um, their rosters. Um, you got a stretch big man, Turner, Porzingis. You know, these guys aren't these guys won't heavily rebound, but the way they stretch the floor and the way they protect the rim, that's what they're in there for. That's what the Celtics need, as that defensive anchor. Um, Sheesh, McConnell with that little floater there.
Should have been an and one.
Woo.
Oh, nice little offensive board. Oh, good D, Matherin.
Ooh.
Good defense.
Yes, Siakam wants a little heat check after that first quarter.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, I mean, as well deserved. Henrich, oh my god, dude, that offensive.
It's funny. It's funny how some of these players grow up learning from other players because like if you look at the Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, like he reminds me a lot of like what Chris Paul did,
Mm-hmm.
like the gameplay. But Siakam reminds me a lot of Kawhi. You know what I mean? Like the way that they play the game and everything.
Yeah.
It's funny how like years later we see like them thrive based off of what they learned from their past successors. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, it's I mean, it's impressive to watch. I mean, I like I said in the last live stream, how can you be mad at these finals? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I could never get mad at these finals, dude. Like two like I said, two small market teams that are duking it out. I think both of these teams are deserving of being in the finals. Joe misses
No,
Holmgren.
that was a block, bro.
Oh, I don't know about that call. That's
Watch the replay, bro. Chet literally hits himself. Oh my. Here comes my guy Obi. Obi Toppin back in the game. If the Pacers win the NBA Finals, I think I might get an Obi Toppin jersey. That's my guy, bro.
the way Obi Toppin's developed since he was with the Knicks and since he's been with the Pacers, it's been um, a night and day difference. He's worked on his jump shot tremendously, and you know, he just seems to be a more well balanced overall player. It's not just
You know what's
like
crazy? The Knicks now have his brother.
what are the odds of that happening?
The Knicks now have Obi Toppin's brother. They gave up on Obi for his brother.
Are you kidding me?
That's crazy.
Neesmith another assist. Make that two for Neesmith.
Yeah.
Oh man, Shea can get that shot whenever he wants, man. It's like
Yeah, well, I don't know about that. He only has, what, 4 points right now? 6 points?
he's got 10.
Oh, he's got 10?
Yeah, I mean like quickly. He's got 10 all of a sudden. But I mean, no one expected him to not get
Let's
off
go,
to that
Neesmith.
not get off to that fast start because that's what we're accustomed to seeing out of
Shoot
him.
that Obi. Ah, damn it. Gotta see Obi break out here, bro.
Man, this is tight. Oh man, McConnell.
Mm.
I know, and I have McConnell over his assists. I can't be mad at um the two missed threes there. One by Nimhard in the corner, wide
Yeah.
open, and then the one by Top. I can't be mad at those. Look, like if you lose and you had good and the guys just missed the shots, like I'm not gonna be mad at that. It's the right, you know, look
Oh.
Caruso.
I don't like these shot selections by the Pacers right now. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna
it's
lie.
starting to look a little similar to our well, you're a little bit ahead of me, but let me see what this shot's showing. Yeah, why are we shooting 30 footers now?
Yeah, I don't like that at all. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's
I
looking
like
like
that. I like that.
it's
Good job,
that's
TJ.
like that reminds me, it's just like the Celtics. Like, you hit the three very well and then you start falling in love with it.
Yeah.
And you got to be careful when you do that. Yeah, McConnell's stint is on the verge of being over. Oh man.
Yeah.
Just just run by everyone. That's fine, McConnell. That's fine.
I mean,
8 points.
He's got the speed to do it for sure.
Yo, TJ McConnell went over his points prop right there.
Woo! I'm not surprised with that.
Yeah, this at home. This is why you go after the.
Oh, good defensive play.
Connell, Shepard. No. Oh my God, McConnell! What a dog. The PRA was clearly the play. Ooh, Holmgren.
Yeah,
That was
Holmgren with a
impressive.
nice defensive block right there.
There's been so many times in these playoffs I have seen Holmgren get beat off the dribble.
I know.
And he finds a way to block it. It's like, dude, I'm like.
Now, this is coming from a fan of Chet's. I've been a fan of Chet's since like day one when he was in Gonzaga. Like when he was in Gonzaga, I said that he was going to be the one to change the game because he plays the center, but he acts like a guard. You know what I mean? And like this was before Wemby came out and everything like that. I thought that Chet was going to be the guy. I'm kind of interested to see like next year when we see Wemby and Chet go at it. I mean, you would expect the Spurs to make the playoffs with the team that they have next year.
Oh yeah, yeah. Wemby. Yeah, like and we said that. It's unfortunate with his, the house scare and the blood clots and everything because you kind of got robbed to see if the Spurs were going to make the play-in tournament. They were right around that spot to make the final play-in spot there. And
I'm not gonna lie, if they made it, they were pretty much my favorites in the Western Conference. They were up there.
Oh yeah,
If they had Wemby,
yeah, with him and De'Aaron Fox, I think there's still some small chemistry things they got to work out because they haven't played that many games together. Picking up De'Aaron Fox right before right at the trade deadline there. So, there's some camaraderie and chemistry that they'll work those kinks out. But I love that Spurs roster, and they have the number 2 overall pick in the upcoming draft too. Like, I mean, between Devin Vassell, yeah,
I keep on hearing that KD made 3 final choices, and the Spurs, San Antonio was not on that list, but I still think that San Antonio is the favorite to go grab.
People think San Antonio was on the list. I know it was like San Antonio. I heard 5 at one point. It was San Antonio, Houston, Miami, New York, and what was the 5th one? I don't remember the 5th one off the top of my head, but there was those 5 teams, and to me, the team that made like all of the team, there were 4 out of the 5 teams that were just like, why would you trade everything to get Kevin Durant? And I'm not saying Kevin Durant is not that guy that's going to get you over the hump. Like there are some of those rosters need a second guy like that that's going to help. But like Minnesota, that's the last team. Someone mentioned Minnesota, and I'm like, you're gonna trade Randall and all these other like I would assume Randall would be a part of that trade. It's possible McDaniels or Nickeil Alexander-Walker would be a part of that trade. Like no,
yeah, I don't think Randall would be though. I think it would be Rudy.
I would love to. I hope that's the case, but someone did mention Randall could be a possible piece in that trade, but to me, the team that needs the offense is Miami. Like out of those 5 teams,
yeah, but
Miami
they need defense. They need everything. That's the reason why I don't see it being Miami. Like
no, I agree. I agree that they need defense too, but like offensively, they were so inconsistent offensively. Like that'll help you on the offensive end, but are you really getting something defensively out of it? No, you're not. And I'm not saying Kevin Durant can't play defense, people. I'm not saying that, but what I'm saying is like you're really getting him for the consistency on the offensive end. You're not getting him for the defensive side of the ball.
Yeah.
And it's nice to say that about Kevin Durant because I mean, KD's an all-time scorer, but I've loved his overall. That I mean, he shoots that mid-range shot, and no one else. It's a lost art in today's NBA. That mid-range shot. I mean, we've been seeing it quite a bit with Shea in these finals.
Hartenstein and Obi Toppin going at it after a foul.
Ooh, oh yeah, there you go. Now we're talking. Now we have a finals. Now it starts. Now it starts. Hartenstein taking an exception to the point. Come on, that plays clean. I just
a hard foul. That's all it is.
What are we taking exception to? Like, I'll give Toppin. It's a good, clean, hard foul. Like, I can't sit here and say, oh, that like. And he reaches for the ball too. Like you can clearly see him swiping and reaching for the ball there. Like common foul, move on. Like this doesn't need to be a 5-minute review. Like this is something the NBA's got to work on is how long these reviews are. These reviews are ridiculous sometimes. Like they take too long, and it's like, you spend 10 minutes on a review. You could have had a full halftime show done in those 10 minutes. Like, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm with you.
Yeah.
This is what I mean, bro. Like we're gonna be talking about this in the next podcast, like for the Patreon. But like this is what I'm talking about when the NBA is just like it's whitewashed, man. And I hate saying it like that, but like it's not the game that we knew in the 2000s. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, there's been so much extra technicalities added on to some of these rules, and to be honest, okay, the pushing there, like okay, just call it a double tech and just move on. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially for the rep that stood there and watched it in front of his face. Just call double T and move on. There's no like this review.
Like there's no need for a double T to begin with. You know what I mean?
I mean,
like
yeah.
all they did was talk. It's not like they threw threw the ball at each other. Like it was just talk.
Yeah, I get fun.
This
I
is
get
what
frustrated.
I mean. The NBA is just so soft nowadays.
Oh yeah, I mean, and it starts with there's no one person you can specifically start with because it's everybody. Well, I can't say I didn't call that. It's just they both pushed each other, so it's just trying to keep things tight. And because a moment like this, no, seriously, Jay, now because a moment like this happens, and we see it a lot, they allow physicality, and then a moment like this happens, now there's going to be a lot of ticky-tack calls being, there's going to be
Don't
some
say that. Don't say that.
That is always what has happened in the modern day NBA. Since Silver has taken over, when a moment like this happens, that's all it takes. And you got the most strictest of refs in Scott Foster. And I love Scott Foster. I think he's one of the best refs, if not the best single-handed ref in the league. But when you have him as the crew chief and he sees this moment, they're going to tighten up. These refs are going to tighten up calls now because of it. And I hate saying that, CJ. I want to see physicality. I want to see those things. But that's the problem is one moment like that happens and all hell breaks loose. And then it's like, nope, now we're going to
Obi got to take that personal in the second half. I better see like tomahawk dunk by him in the second half.
Just put Hartenstein on a poster. Serve up a facial, man.
For
That's
real.
all like, just put him up on a poster. Like, that's all I want to see, man. Like,
Here we go. Another foul.
I told you that I'm telling you, they tighten up the calls. They tighten up immediately. Now, I'm not gonna sit here and say that wasn't a foul, but at the same time, though, like, oh, it's Wiggins. Okay. Well, I can't. I mean, that call to me, that call there is 50-50. Like, because the only contact I saw there was Halliburton at the end. Halliburton looked like he might have got him in the lower back, may have pushed him a little bit, but
Oh
marginal.
my God, Halliburton.
Listen, we know what Halliburton capable of. What a dog.
Gotta wake up. Gotta wake up on the offensive end. Oh, well, what are you talking about? OKC's ball, bro. It rolled off of Caruso's arm. They're not even gonna look at that?
I'll say this.
Nah, this is crazy.
No, that's not a foul. Caruso lost that ball in midair. Starting to dislike each other. Oh, Jesus. Give me strength. Oh, my goodness gracious. What is this? Started to dislike each other.
All right,
This is
I
a
like this
finals,
move.
man.
I
Like, we're
like
not
this
here to
move.
make friends. We're not here to have kumbaya. Like, what is this, man? Like,
I like this move. They just took Shepard out and they put McConnell in. I like that.
going back to game 3, what I did like about Rick Carlisle, he had Neesmith come off the bench. I was
Yeah.
like, ooh, that was slick. That was very well done by Carlisle. And once again, Carlisle continuously shows that he clearly knows what he's doing. And it's like compared to Dayton's still like,
I'm getting mad for the Indiana Pacers fans out there. I'm getting really upset. Indiana's getting porked right now.
oh man, Turner, like, bruh.
Yeah, but did you see the rebound
Yeah.
and how Neesmith went out? Look at the replay on why he went out of bounds.
Oh yeah, that's obvious.
There you go, Neesmith. I like that.
Yeah, I don't
Get that board.
understand. No.
Oh, yes. That's what. Oh, Tyrese, you got to start making those, brother. You got to start making them.
I'm
Create
liking what I'm
separation.
seeing. Like, I like Carlisle putting McConnell back in here, kind of inject a little bit energy. Ooh, Holmgren in and out on the 3 there. Oof. Dort.
Oh, and one. No foul? Oh, man. There it is. There it is, Aaron Neesmith. I like it. Doing it on both ends of the floor. Love to see it.
Wow, how was that not a foul? A little bit of, yeah, there's the moving screen. I've been waiting for that call all game,
Yeah.
man. They called that so many times in game 3, dude. Like especially the second half, it was just constant. was like, oh, steal. Oh no, the ball's going the other way. Moving screen. Like,
See, I
this is
like
what we're.
that energy. We talk about the energy that McConnell brings, bro. Aaron Neesmith brings that energy too, bro.
Yeah. Looks like Nimhard's back in.
Bro, Siakam, bro. If you're gonna go up, you gotta make that. How you gonna miss a layup, bro? I don't like that. All right, well, Indiana's down by 5 in the second quarter, 3:24 left. Nice pass. Nice pass. Down by 3.
Mm-mm-mm.
Gotta keep it going, brother. Gotta keep
Hey,
it going.
man. Well, it's safe to say Shea's arrived in this game. Easy to say that now because he's got 12. 12
Yeah,
points.
we'll see what happens in the second half, though. We'll see what happens.
I'll give OKC a little bit of credit here, man. They withstood the first punch by Indiana because I thought, Indiana came out firing early, and I was like, uh-oh. And, you know, credit J Dub and Caruso keeping these guys in the game. And I'm looking at the plus minus here. Caruso's +9 on the floor. Like, why is it Caruso still on the floor? Like, that's all I gotta say.
They're trying
Like,
to save him for the second half so they don't burn him out for the fourth quarter.
yeah, and the nice thing is, and I'll say this about this game, no one's really in foul trouble. Like, there's a few guys with 2, but like that's both teams like not in foul trouble. We're going to see my best against your best possibly late in this ball game, especially if it stays this close. And I mean, the thing is for me is, if this game gets into the clutch situations, we're talking 5 points or less with 5 minutes or less to go. It's the advantages to the Pacers, and it's nothing against the Thunder. We don't think the Thunder can't pull out a clutch game. It's just the Pacers have proven it all playoff long. We've seen it this whole entire run in the playoffs. Whereas the Thunder, I think, have what, one clutch time win, and that was the
Yeah.
game in Denver. That was in the Denver series, and so, I'm not saying the Thunder can't pull it together, can't win this, can't pull out a tight, close knit victory, but and you look at the regular season, they haven't had to do it. Like they're blowing everybody. Like you saw the margin of victory in the regular season, and they're blowing everyone out. And it's like
Yeah.
they had very few games, if not it's barely any games in the clutch. Whereas the Pacers have been like this all season. Like they find a way to stay around. They get to the clutch time, and then they're so efficient shooting the ball. We see them. They're so good at shooting their twos. They're better at shooting their. They're probably the best team at shooting twos in the NBA. Like I can't put even the Thunder over these guys. I can't put. I obviously, like, you look at other teams that are very efficient shooting the ball. Like the Pacers are more efficient than anyone else in the playoffs right now.
Yeah.
Like their effective field goal percentage is it's almost, it reminds me of that Miami Heat run. Remember that Miami Heat run where they couldn't miss a three?
Oh,
Well, like they
I feel
could
like
not miss.
I feel like it was that period of time for the Miami Heat. Shane
Yeah.
Battier, Mike Miller, Rashard Lewis,
Oh yeah.
Ray Allen.
And they even had a playoff, and we even saw a glimpse of that in the Jimmy Butler era in Miami, where they had that run where it felt like these guys couldn't miss a shot. Like like Boston, put a hand up on Caleb Martin, please. Like, oh my
Yes.
God, dude. Like,
Yes.
these guys couldn't miss a shot.
I
It's
feel
like,
like Miami always gets role players to overperform, though.
oh, I don't disagree with that statement. I mean, and that, and that's where you give credit to Eric Spoelstra. I mean, Eric.
Or Pat Riley. Don't forget about the Pat
Yeah,
Riley days, too.
I was, I mentioned Eric Spoelstra. Yes, Pat Riley, and you got to give credit to the development staff and training there as well. They do a fantastic job there.
Phenomenal.
And yeah.
And the fans there go crazy.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
oh, there it is. There it is, Toppin. Love it. Love it.
Neesmith rebound.
That's what we need that's what we need. Good defense. Yep. We need these guys to start taking things personally.
There's that infamous putback. There it
Yeah.
is. 6 points. 6 points for Toppin. What do we got for rebounds on Toppin? 6.6 rebounds for Toppin.
He must be over right now then.
His points plus rebounds was 13 and a half.
Oh, so he's right there.
Oh, that is as sweat free as it gets, dude. He's at 12.
Yeah.
And still
here
got
we
a whole
go.
second half.
Here we go. Yep. He's going to the line right now.
Turnovers are pretty even right now. 7 for what was that? 7 for the Thunder, 9 for the Pacers. So the turnover game is really
they're
not
really gonna look at the those guys have Kendrick Perkins and Stephen A. Smith on their jackets, the blue and orange.
Oh, are you serious?
They have like the fat heads.
Bruh.
I love that.
That's insanity, dude.
Yeah, what are we looking at here? Are we looking to see if this is a flagrant, or are we looking to see if this is a regular foul? Because that homie just got hit in the head.
Yeah, I don't. The reviews. Well, it's clearly a foul. It's clearly a foul on Caruso. He slapped his arm.
But Dort hit him right in the head, bro.
Oh. Well, we'll see. Well, we'll see how fast this review takes. Because normally these reviews take about 20 years before we get,
Well, they're looking at it again. Oh, man.
Sometimes with these reviews, they take so long, it's going to be morning. Like, seriously. Like, these reviews take way too long. Like to me, it's like you go for like they should have a time limit on these reviews, like 2 minutes. Okay, if you don't see anything to change it, it stays. If you see something that possibly changes the call, change it. Like, you know what? Like you got to time limit these things because there's one review.
Here we go. Hold on. Flagrant foul.
Fair enough. It's a fair call.
110%.
I mean, it's not like the most aggressive flagrant. You know what I'm saying? It's not like the ones like where you see a guy's head like getting like whiplash, but it's by the letter of the law. That's how the rule is. You hit.
See, I like that sportsmanship right there from Dort. Dort just shook Obi Toppin's hand. I like that.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that too. Make sure dude's okay. Like when you hit a guy in the head like that, you just. I mean, we see it a lot more in football, but.
Yeah.
And
Well, Obi,
and Toppin knows Dort didn't mean anything. There's no malice intent by that.
Obi's
But
at Obi's at 13 right now for points and rebounds. So we'll see what happens.
we will see. These guys are in such a routine at the free throw line. They're up there reaching for each other's hands, and no one's at
I
the
know.
no one.
I know.
That makes me laugh every time, dude. Honestly, though, with the Obi top, like the points plus rebounds, like he needs a rebound or a point, and that's cashing. Like that's how good that like what a read that is. Whoever played that. Hopefully
Tie
some of you.
game, 125 left in the second quarter.
Hopefully
Yes. That's a
see what we do.
turnover by J-Dub.
Hey, I'll live with turnovers by J Dub. I'll live with that. I'll live with that. He had 16, 3, and 1 in the first half here.
Oh, nice move, Tyrese. Nice.
Oh man.
Nice lay-in.
My man just like my man kicked that ball out of bounds. Can we call a kickball on the offense?
Yeah, literally.
But dude, my man killed that ball playing
Man was
soccer
playing
now.
kickball.
It's beautiful. That was beautiful reverse by Hallie.
Oh, beautiful.
That was a nice little up and under reverse there. I like what I'm seeing with the Pacers here. They are starting to blitz J-Dub. I see what they're doing here.
And one.
Nice.
Tyrese is getting involved. I like it. I like it a lot.
Yeah, it is Papa. Papa Burton.
Yeah.
Look out.
My
Look
guy.
out. Look out, folks.
I'm glad they realized that was wrong to suspend his dad.
Yeah, I understand like the cooling off period there. Just, give it a couple games.
Nemhard, wide open three. Miss it. Oh! Ooh. All right. Halftime came up. 60-57 Indiana.
Another high scoring first half here.
Yeah.
It was 64-60 in game 3 at the half. No, this is another game that could potentially come down to the wire here.
Yeah.
And like we said in game 3, like it was back and forth the first 3 quarters. And then Indiana got a little breathing room down there early in the fourth, and they never really looked back. But see, when just for me. By the way, Caruso's got 4 steals too. By the way,
Yeah.
dude, that's crazy. But yeah, J Dub leads all scorers with 16. Siakam has 14. Shea had 10 in the second quarter there. It was 8 or 10 in the second quarter there. Neesmith 6.7 rebounds. Like the sports books are confusing me a little bit because they continue to leave Neesmith. They do because they left Neesmith's rebounding line at 4.5 again, and he's been killing this line. Like he has 7 in the first half.
Yeah.
I'm floored by that. I mean,
Don't jinx it. Don't jinx it for next game. You know what I mean?
listen, you know how that works. You know how sports betting works, bro.
Yeah.
You know how that works, man. You see a trend go for 5, 6, 7 games in a row, and then no sooner, oh, I'm gonna play that. That's a good play.
Yep.
Like
Yep.
instinctively, just hit the button without looking at who they're up against, what the matchup is, and yep, of course,
All
goes
right.
under
All right.
the one
So
time.
we're gonna be right back because we're gonna stop the stream and we're gonna come back in the second half. And then after that, we'll be back for the rest of the game. So yeah, I mean, Pacers are up 60-57 in the first half. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander putting in that work in the second quarter, and then we also have guys like Obi Toppin and Tyrese getting involved in the second quarter there. So we shall see what happens in the second half, but that has really been all for the first half, and we'll be right back for the second half. So as always, Denzel, do you want to say anything before we go?
You were getting ready to say it. Stay tuned. Like I was,
Yep.
I was gonna.
As always, stay tuned.